Ma'am, we all know that you are a survivor yourself. So can you just tell us briefly about how you got to know about it and how did you fight back? Because that will be very inspiring for other women to, if they are fighting breast cancer, to, fight back successfully.
13 years ago, it was a chance mammogram, my first mammogram that I went for. My gynecologist had been telling me that, Devika, now you're post 45. All women really should get a mammogram done after that. And I used to just neglect myself and be busy with so many things. But one day I'd taken my daughter for some tests and I just saw sign saying mammogram room. And I said, chalo, let's just go and get it done. And that first mammogram picked up the early stages of a breast cancer. Exactly. I was stunned. I couldn't believe that this is happening to me. But then when I actually went, spoke to an oncologist, that's a cancer specialist, he said, Devika, how lucky you are. What we picked up on the mammogram is a very early stage. It's stage 1. This is curable, it's treatable. You may not have to go through chemo, you just have to go through radiation, you won't lose your breast. That's when I realized how lucky I was. And then I realized that, my God, women, we just don't take it seriously. We don't go for checkup.
Very true.
Our mothers, our aunts, nobody ever spoke to us about it. Nobody went themselves.
True.
And over the years, I realized that breast cancer in India is really growing alarmingly.
True.
So then, once I got better and I went through my treatment, I decided that I have to really give back and do something for other women.
Exactly.
That's when I set up my foundation, the Women's Cancer Initiative,
Yes.
in partnership with one of the leading hospitals in the country, the Tata Memorial Hospital based in Mumbai.
Exactly. Ma'am, through your foundation and generally also you must be kind of interacting with a lot of women and men. How is a general, attitude towards breast cancer and its treatment?
Well, initially nobody was taking it seriously. Then you start finding that I think there are more and more people you know are now coming up with breast cancer. So I think the reality of the situation has started hitting home. Women, you're finding friends, you're hearing about them. And people now, the press has started picking up this. Through our foundation, we're creating awareness that women, please, the statistics are showing 1 in 30 women in a lakh in India, that 30% women have a chance of getting breast cancer in India. Of course, in the West, it's 1 in 8 women in her lifetime can get breast cancer. I mean, that's very high. But we're getting there because of changing food habits. Women are not marrying early. They're not breastfeeding their children. These are all protections, from a breast cancer. But unfortunately, it's all becoming, we're adapting a Western lifestyle, which is actually affecting our health.
Exactly. Ma'am, how are you connected with the Pinkathon? How did the whole thing happen?
Milind Soman has been a dear friend and he's always been a runner, always believed in encouraging other people to run. 2 years ago he said, I really want to do something to help other women. Why don't we look at doing an event called the Pinkathon, this 10-kilometer run, the marathon 10-kilometer happens all over the world. But in India he found that, he's a runner and he runs in so many marathons. Mainly women never get a chance to run. It's always men running. So he set this wonderful event up and he said, I want to do it for a cause like breast cancer because it's affecting so many women in India. And he knew that I was working for breast cancer and he said, why don't we partner? So we were really happy to be a part of it because we are getting to spread the message to thousands of women. I mean, in Mumbai there were 3,000 women who ran. In Delhi there were over 3,000 women who came. It was such a wonderful feeling. Early in the morning to see these women happy, running, supporting a cause, all the pink color, the color pink stands for breast cancer.
Yes.
So you have pink balloons, you have the pink ribbon everywhere and you realize that this message is going out, at least people are discussing how important it is for women to take care of their health. And running is something that builds up your immunity.
Exactly.
And when your immunities are high, you can avoid something like a breast cancer.
Exactly.
So that makes it even more important to support a cause like this.
Ma'am, through the Pinkathon and your foundation, you must be interacting with a lot of women. And generally, how has the interaction been like, after they come to you and, through the marathon also?
It's not easy. First of all, women who found they have breast cancer or have any form of cancer, it's very difficult. Also, economically, cancer treatment is very costly in India.
True.
Not very many women can afford it, and that's the other thing that our foundation does. It pays for the treatment of a lot of women, especially from the lower socioeconomic strata who can't afford treatment but have a very good chance of survival. So something like an event like the Pinkathon not only helps create awareness, but we also raise funds. The funds that are raised from here are donated to our foundation. So it's a, women who take part know that they're not only going to be enjoying it, supporting a cause, they're also going to be helped paying for the treatment of other women. I think that's so fabulous.
Exactly. One last question. What would your message be to women to fight back breast cancer and to join something like a cause like this?
First of all, it's not about fighting breast cancer, it's about being aware that breast cancer can happen to you.
Yes.
Be aware, be careful that if you find any changes that take place in your body, go and report them right away. Don't be afraid to report it. It's not a death sentence, it's curable. Don't wait till it becomes stage 2 and stage 3 and stage 4. Take part in physical activity.
Yes.
Spend more time on yourself for a change. You are also important. We
Yes.
take care of the whole world. We look after everybody, but we neglect ourselves.
True.
Girls, we are special. We have strengths that you don't even know. I know, I've walked that path. We're all sisters under the skin.
True.
We should be there for each other. I'm there for you. I want you to take part, look after yourselves, be part of something like the Pinkathon. It will be wonderful to see you there.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a ton for speaking to us.